This lesson, we're going to talk about converting matrix systems, matrix units, right? So the difference between matrix systems and the previous unit was the unit measurement that USA used. Matrix unit is something all other countries using, so we should know how to convert from one unit to the other units. But that's the next section we're going to talk about. First, we wanted to know how to convert matrix system, right, by itself. So for example, if we have 7,225 centimeters, how we're going to convert it into meter. So in order to understand this or do this, what I like to do is just remembering these charts of the units. So basically what it's saying is if you have a basic unit in the middle, and this fall into the lengths and weight and capacity, all same. So always in the middle will be the basic units. So for example, let's say if we're talking about the meter, right? It could be meter, it could be gram, or it could be liters. Depends on lengths, mass, or volumes, right? Always the middle will be the base units. And you will have, from the base units, 1 unit down is going to be deca units. 2 unit down will be the centi. That will be the milli. And this is most often used units, right? So if I write this down, it will be the C, centi, and milli. Going down. And then going up units, remember 3 most used units. So 1 unit up is deca, and then hectare, and then kilo. Again, this unit, kilo, base units, centi, milli is the most oftenly used unit, but you need to remember there is another unit between. So once we remember this, what we're going to do is counting how many times you move to right or left from one unit to the other units. For example, this problem right here is centimeters to meter, right? So if I wanted to locate it here, it will be centimeter, right? It will be centimeter, right? Here. This, right? Centimeters to meters will be the base units. How many units are you moving? You're moving from centi to milli. It will be 1, 2 units. To which directions? The left directions. So if you're moving 1, 2 unit to left, what you're going to do from the number value given is going to be moving your decimal 2 space to the left also. So 7,225, your decimal is after 5. So if you move that 2 space to the left, you end up getting 72.25. And that's going to be meter. So matrix units is just moving around your decimal. And that's what you need to remember, right? So let's look at the next one. What about the next one? So if you read this example 2, basically what they're saying is in Olympic Games, there is this different types of running. So 100 meter, 200, 400, 800, 1,500 meters, 5,000 meter, 10,000 meter running. And if the runner is running all of them, how many meters or kilometers are they running? So the unit given was the meter, but then they wanted to find out total as the kilometers. So let's find the total meter first, then we can convert that into kilometers. So when we're adding all these units, 100 plus 200 plus 400, 800, 1,500, 5,000, and 10,000. You will end up getting 18,000 meter, right? 18,000 meters. And what you're trying to do now is from meters to kilometers. So when you're looking at this unit, right? Kilometer is right here. So meter is in the base unit. In order to go from meter to kilometer, you're moving decimal 1, 2, 3 units, right? Again, meter to kilo, 1, 2, 3. So it means your decimal, where decimal is right after one's unit, so it'll be after a third zero, moving toward left 3 times, 1, 2, 3. That will give you 18. So you will say this is equals to, again, because you're moving 3 times, it will be 18 kilometers. Of course, kilometer is the bigger units than the meter, basic units. So this kind shows that, it makes sense from the bigger unit become the smaller in a bigger unit, right? Next example, they want you to compare these two units, right? The bottle holds 295 DL versus ML, right? So milliliters. So in order to compare it, you need to make it the same unit, right? So let's make it to the basic unit. Let's make it both basic units. So I will do 295 deciliter in 2 liter. And if we wanted to remember, it will be deci, right? So deci to deciliter to liter, it's going to be 1 unit to left, right? So it will be from here to here, deci to the basic unit. That will be just 1 unit moving toward left. So that's going to become 29.5, right? So this become 29.5 because you're only moving 1 unit to the left. And then let's do 28,000 milliliter into the liter. So milliliter will be right here, milli, right? Milliliters to basic unit liter. You're moving 1, 2, 3 unit to the left. So if we do that, 3 unit to the left, your decimal, right? So decimal, 3 unit to the left, it will give you 28 liter. So if we compare 29.5 liter with 28 liter, it will be only 1.5 liter difference. So let's write that. We do 29.5 minus 28 gives you 1.5 liters difference. This example is showing you have 2-liter bottle. So 2-liter bottle is given and contains 87 centimeters oil, 41 decimeters of water. And how much more liquid is needed to fill the bottles. So here, what I see in first, you have different unit, liter, centiliters, deciliters, right? So let's change all this into the liters, right? Change it to 1 unit and see how much more you will need it to fill this 2-liter bottle, right? So let's change it to 87 centiliters to liter. And then also you do 4.1 deciliters, change it to liters. Centiliters to the liter, that's going to be 2 units, right? If you don't remember, it will be liter here, you have deciliter and centiliter, right? So from deci to centi, it will be 1 unit to the left. And then centiliters to liter will be 2 unit to the left. So centi to liter, 2 unit to the left, which is going to give you 1, 2. So it will be 0.87. Deci to liter is just 1, right? So we'll be moving 1 unit to the left again. That's what I say, right? Left 1 unit. So that will give you 0.41 liters. And you have 2 liters. You're subtracting those 2 additions. It gives you 0.72 liter more to fill 2-liter bottle, right? What about the next one? So this is just showing the distance between Scottsdale and Las Vegas, right? So that's the 421 kilometers, and you wanted to change to meters and centimeters. That's all you wanted to do. So 421 kilometer into meter and 421 kilometer into centimeters. So kilometers to meter, we remember kilometer to meter, we have hectare and deca, meter in between. So kilometer to meter, you have 1, 2, 3 units to write. So this decimal, 421 decimal is right there. You're going to move 3 units. 1, 2, 3 units to the right also. That will add 3 more 0. So that become 421,000. We do the same thing again. So kilometers to centimeters. Remember, to the basic unit there is 3, right? Hectare, deca, and the units, the basic units, right? And then you have deci and centi and milli. Let me just do in the middle, right? So 2 more units. So from kilo to centimeter, you will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the right. So 5 more 0 is what you're going to need it after 421. Then you will get 5 more 0. And that's going to be centimeters.